There we go. Welcome back to the Halcyon Fold, this time with the second match of the night here from the Vainglory League. It is the European qualifier for the first seasons, and the teams are fighting for their seat in that, since we are in the last, or better to say, best of 16. This is the round here. From the right to the left, RebelLion, and from the left to the right, Gamers2.
Okay, I need to jump in. I just got informations in the chat that the guild is called RebelLion, but the team name is RebelLion.
Are you serious?
Yes! Because it's like the team name which is playing today is Rebel Space Lion.
Okay.
And the club is called RebelLion. I don't know, I just wanted to give you guys
the other team will buy Rebel Tiger?
Don't ask me, I'm not the manager of the team.
Never mind, first action about to happen here. A lot of poke going on Rebel RK here, and Bookie just stealing that camp. I don't know if they have vision on him, but no safe escape.
Yeah, very close to being a big all-out fight at just level 1s and 2s. But eventually, oh, never mind, they're going possibly for another invade. Looking to be really aggressive on this RebelLion side.
Yeah, looks like they really want to disturb the enemy here, continuing their routine going through the jungle. And Dingo here with a nice gift of fire, Bookie, and maybe they now have to pay the full price for this aggressive play. They can put down a scout trap, but this damage is not enough. Rebel Bookie here leaping away in the last seconds, surviving.
And this is in direct contrast to what we saw in the last game that Gamers2 played in. They were super aggressive in both of their, actually I think all of their previous matches really. And Rebel doing their homework and trying to counter it, but now going to be caught out with aggression from Gamers2, looking to come in onto RK and getting the kill. Great job by Gamers2, answering the aggression with their aggression of their own. And now going to steal away some of the RebelLion jungle camps.
Yeah, I think this is often the way it goes and often the way we see. So if teams are getting invaded pretty heavily, we do see a lot of times teams just like answering that one with their own aggressiveness. And look at that, Bookie is going in 1 versus 3 situation soon to be, but RK is activating the boots. Oh, nicely killed here from Redix using the auto attack.
Yeah, that's going to be a second kill now for Gamers2. Looking very strong here in the early game, able to kind of deal with the Rona a bit, which Rona is very strong in the early game, especially with her B ability. But if you can stop her in the early game and just prevent her from getting that massive scaling that she's going to be looking to do, it can spell trouble, because she is a very snowball heavy hero that if you can shut her down, just really has struggles to find herself being useful. And it looks like that's exactly what Gamers2 are looking to do.
Yeah, totally agree here. So RK has the most important job, protect here the carries Bookie and Troy, so to say, a flare revealing Dark Potato. And I mean, cool is very interesting to see once again here. We do see a Dragon Heart, we do see a Oak Heart and some armor, so very high base HP here at the moment, together with the Blazing Salvo providing plus 35 attack speed, which is very important. I think that there might come another Blazing Salvo soon, since this is the standard opening. But hold your thoughts, Redix is going to escape this gank and dodge it here from RebelLion.
And that's going to be the big difficulty I see on the RebelLion team. Aside from the gauntlet from Arden, there's really not any hard CC on that side. There's no stun, there's no knockbacks. It's all just purely going to be relying on landing that gauntlet effectively in the mid to late game. You saw there, when you get a 3-man gank onto a Celeste, that should equal the kill. But without having that CC, she's able to just activate the boots and run away.
Exactly. I mean, that's very interesting, and that can be the crucial key point in the outcome of the match. But I'm very excited to see what RebelLion thought about that. I mean, they have to have their thoughts about the comp, and we will see if this is going to work out in the end. 2 versus 3 poke, at least, not fight on the top lane. RebelRK just going for some poke, but eating here directly the Heliogenesis from Radix. And the gold miner, I don't think if this is the right call. Now comes the slow, well done. Oh, the ultimate thrown behind RK, and they are putting pressure across the board. They wait for it, and there comes the snipe from the bottom from Radix, but in the end, Dingo is going to fall. Maybe Radix almost out of energy. Oh, RebelRK here stepping into that one, activating the boots to go out, try to escape, and I think no one will die here.
Yeah, maybe a little bit too aggressive there from Gamers2. Oh, actually, Rona's gonna be jumping right back in.
Wow.
And bit of a mistake there, but they are gonna at least answer with 1, but lose 2 in the process. So not worth it there for RebelLion. A little too aggressive from them as well.
Yep.
Both of these teams trying to be extremely aggressive and not always paying off.
So that was very interesting here. 4-2 at the moment. The gold, yeah, almost equal. I mean, only almost 7 minutes in the match. So it is soon about the gold miner, since this guy is hopefully getting captured before the Kraken is going to spawn. I mean, we had this in the last match day, that gold mine is not get caught from any team before minute 15. Donjon.
I do have now the information that Alliance closed off the second match as well, so we do know our first matchup in the quarterfinals on Saturday. It's going to be Team Kings seed 4 against Team RebelLion seed 7. I'm looking forward for that, and it seems like a fight there, so go ahead.
Yes, but good dodge here and positioning from Gamers2. There was a lot of aggressive gameplay from RebelLion, but Radix here, beautiful Heliogenesis, and since he will hit level 8 soon, of course there is no doubt that he is going to overdrive that Heliogenesis for some super far range.
Yeah, still both teams being very aggressive. This could be Dingo getting caught out though, going a little bit too far, trying to clear out that vision. Didn't think that both members of RebelLion would be sitting there waiting, but they were getting the kill.
Yep.
Gold mine about halfway captured. This could be a very precarious situation here for Gamers2. A 3-on-2.
Wait for it here, connecting, and the bounce does as well. We directly see the health regeneration from Radix, and there comes the gold mine, and there comes the ultimate. The sniper not hitting, just striving the enemy Bookie here. Might be the target, the ultimate might bounce back, but Bookie was just on top of Cool, so he died. Or he threw the ultimate, he died in that second. The sword came back, but it ends where he lies.
Yeah, very close, but fight going in favor of RebelLion. Also picking up that gold mine does mean that they're going to have about a 1,000 gold lead here. And again, aggression from Gamers2.
Yeah,
drops very low.
Oh, very close here. Bookie escaping through the top, and a lot of pressure since it's just a 2 versus 3, but obviously here RebelLion having lower HP and therefore forced to go back.
Very close game. This is exactly what we expected though in the pregame. An extremely close matchup, and these two are not disappointing. 4-4 as there's some trading going on in the lane. Not quite connecting his Redix, but now he's going to be in some trouble with Rebel Bookie coming in.
Yeah. There is no way that he's going to escape since he's low on energy. Yes, cooldown from Core Collapse was there, and no boots here available to activate. Good caught from RebelLion.
Now, it looks like they may want to stick around and try and get Dark Potato. Gauntlet being thrown down along with the wait for it. Will it be enough, though? Krull is very difficult to take out. Throws in the ultimate, and the Gift of Fire is ticking, but not enough. But it is enough to at least keep them away from this turret and away from losing any more members.
Okay, Gold Miner is almost 50% filled up, and yeah, that guy should be sooner or later here the focus from Gamers2, since they are behind a bit, just a bit. I mean, it's less than 1,000, so it's not worth to mention, but of course 1000 is still enough here to be in the lead. Radix versus Rebel Troy. Of course, you're checking all time the bushes with the Heliogenesis. And very interesting that he's putting the Heliogenesis somehow the way that he can just do it like he did now with the Supernova to execute them and try to, yeah, force Rebel Troy to walk around those crystal spheres.
Yeah, it's one thing that a lot of people overlook about the Celeste is the ability to zone just by putting those Heliogenesis down, and you know, it's basically a zone that you don't want to walk onto. Exactly. Because a second Heliogenesis on top of it will do so much damage.
Goldminer is on a minion candy, and Rebel Troy is on Crystal Infusion, so they are looking to force here the next team fight in the next minutes. Otherwise, well, he has a full item build. I don't see any option here to sell something. Well, here I Oak Oak Heart and the Kinect Shield, but I wouldn't sell it either. Just activate the crystal ratio is pretty fine.
Yeah, Atlas Pauldron, actually the first item fully completed here for Bucky on this Rona. Going to be using that to really try and be a heavy counter to the Krull. There's a gauntlet going down. It is going to zone Celeste inside of it, but they aren't able to capitalize. Instead, the Verse of Judgment coming out from Gamers2 there, and they are going to be cleaning up this fight. Already 2 down. There's the third. They're turning their attention onto the Gold Miner now. This is going to be theirs, especially after the regen buff from the Ace. Great job there from Gamers2, and a bit of a mistake from RebelLion. You know, they got the gauntlet. Celeste was trapped in the gauntlet with nobody else able to get in, and they didn't immediately collapse under her.
That was totally unexpected, since Arden, I mean, when Arden dropped the gauntlet, I was like, alright, this is gonna be it. Goodbye, Radix. But somehow managed to survive. Somehow Dark Potato and Dingo just backing up in the right moment. And as you've seen just in the replay here, turning the fight completely to their favor. Okay, so interesting match. Good matchup so far. And look at Dark Potato here, going very aggressive, has the breaking point up there, comes to wait for it, the next fight is going to break out, and Dingo's low on health, RK is zoning the enemy, but look at that! Damage from Radix. There should the ultimate soon follow up, but there is 10 seconds cooldown on it. No way to cast it at the moment, so the Heliogenesis will follow. And look at the auto attack, so they are splitting themselves. Troll might fall here. Look at the top left. Bookie is just going back to the base. Dark Potato almost falling. Oh, Radix with the right idea, but just a bit too late.
Yeah, not going to be picking up the sneaky kill there. It was very unfortunate for Dark Potato. Was sitting there looking to try. He had so close to be about 2 kills simultaneous there, but just wasn't able to get the cooldown on his V ability up quick enough for that smite. And they did at least get 1 kill out of it and the turret, but they could have gotten so much more if the abilities had just been a little shorter on the cooldown. But we do see the breaking point now being picked up by Dark Potato. That's going to be just the counter building from both teams is really impressive right now. Of course, Rona going for the Atlas Pauldron just to counter the Krull, and then Krull now getting the breaking point, saying, all right, you know, if we're going to have these super long drawn out fights because you're stacking armor and attack speed slows, I'm just going to get more damage during it.
Dingo caught in this one, and Dark Potato throwing the ultimate. He's immediately casting the Verse of Judgment here. But that's not going to deal damage, since RebelLion dodged the fight and immediately escapes. Gold Miner here just received from Dark Potato the minion candy. So he's kind of pumped up to deal some more damage if RebelLion is going for the steal. And there comes Dark Potato now going for the tank, and he doesn't let go. He is still on him, and look at that 1 versus 3. There comes the ultimate in the middle of all 3. Not very well placed from Radix. The idea was right, but there comes the double stun, and look at the supernova provided here from the multiple Heliogenesis. What a push. The question is, can they stand the turret? Wait for it from Rebel Troy so far. Wow, what an aggressive play.
Yeah, the ultimate, two big ultimates not connecting there. The Solar Storm from Redix and the wait for it from Rebel Troy. But instead, those Heliogenesis doing so much damage as we see Redix currently sitting on the eve of Harvest and the Broken Myth. He's going to be looking to get even more damage out on top of that very likely soon. Kraken is, of course, spawned 8-5, and just 3,000 gold separates these two teams.
Yeah, that is not a lot since we're just going to enter that late game. And let me see Redix here. The farm 130 versus the other laner Troy, also picking up 130 just in that second. So very solid laners, Troy and Redix. Nothing to say here. 2-2-2 on Troy's side, 5-2-2 on Redix side. So slightly here a bit ahead in terms of the gold. And yeah, the items, of course, the Broken Myth, the Eve of Harvest on Redix, and of course on Rebel Troy here. The alternating current, Aegis, very interesting. And the next fight just about to happen.
Everyone just going to be backing away from that. Of course, Gamers2 doesn't want to commit too hard without having Krull there. They're actually going to start up the Kraken. This is such a risky call with all the members just trying to, I guess, pull them in and lure them into a fight here. They have a feeling that they are stronger, and they actually are currently. So now, especially with Krull joining the fray, they're going to be able to take this Kraken rather quickly. Krull is so good at these, the middle monster taking. As we see Kraken already taken down, no chance to contest that on the side of RebelLion. And now they're going to have to defend their turrets.
Alright, going to continue the farm here. And captured Kraken joining the lane now, having the overview here. Let's go in a bit here where we expect the next action to happen. The question is, can they hold off the Kraken? If not, how far can Gamers2 push Kraken? There comes Dark Potato directly attacking the turret, trying to get it down. And there comes, of course, Redix here. He is not landing the stun, but so does RK. What a nice block provided here from Dingo the Crucible. And there comes the ultimate. Tons of damage provided from Redix here. Beautiful play by Gamers2, pushing not only the first turret, but it looks like they are going to finish off the second one just in this second.
And Dark Potato on this Krull, able to just completely tank up these turrets. Activating that smite just heals him pretty much all the damage he takes after like 4 shots. He can heal the full. And now they're going to continue fighting. Rebel RK going to get stunned up, as well as Rebel Troy. Will he go down? No, he gets inside the base. But while this is going on, this bottom Vein Crystal turret is being destroyed. The second one is now going to be targeted. Only Rebel Troy here to defend for the next 5 seconds. They are going to be able to get this Krull with full stacks on the turret. He's going to take that one down, and they are on to the Crystal.
Dingo most likely to fall here. Yes, getting forced down by Troy. Dark Potato is going. Oh my god, what a play here. What a game for Gamers2.
And that's the power of a late game Krull, able to just stay alive for so